but I, on Mondays usually, send out, get in the Kiwanis website, and it's programmed. I go through some steps, and it programs in, and then it sends a reminder to whoever's assigned for that particular week, who will do the projector. So they set up the projector and all. We have the two Jerrys, and this is terrible. I think, are you Jerry Jr.?
Yeah.
Okay. And Jerry Sr. I just learned about 2 weeks ago there's a Jerry Jr. and Jerry Sr. And Lou Graham also helps, and they are on a rotating basis. And then the fourth Thursday, I usually recruit one wonderful man that I live with, but he's gone a lot. So I send out a reminder, and somebody always has volunteered to help out. And I appreciate that. But basically, I just get in, and I took this over from Mary Jane. I think she went by MJ. But I just get in the system and the website, and it's just set up. I go through these little steps, and then it sends out, once I say who is going to be setting up the projector that week, it sends them a reminder. So that's what I do. Yeah, and all. And I think I'm going to start doing the invocation, and I'm going to start, what did I do, hit it? Okay, I'm going to start putting on something about what the program will be each week. And I'll get that information off the newsletter from Terry. So I'm going to share something. Everybody knows I enjoy doing quilts. I do quilts for kids, and I'm having a lot of fun doing that. The quilts for kids are for the Peyton Manning Hospital, Riley's Children's Hospital, and some other organizations along the way that we do quilts for kids. And we usually meet once a month for that. And I really enjoy that. And but I'm going to show you one I've made for our house. And again, Rodney helped me pick out this fabric. Look, I'm sorry. And this one's done a little differently than a lot of the quilts I've done. Usually I sew a row, however many rows are in the quilt, and then I sew the rows together, and then I do the quilting. This is done, I had this little, it's called Quilt Smart, but each little section, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 little sections on each pillow. It's a dahlia. Each little petal has 8 sections, and I sewed those little sections, the fabric on this little iron-on fabric, and then I sewed each petal together, and then I sewed the petals together, and then I applied it to this beige background and all, and then I did my borders on it, and then the binding, and well, I did the quilting and all on it. And it was different. It was a lot of fun and all. And so, yeah. Thank you.
We could use you at the state fair.
I entered this in our county fair, and it did get a red ribbon but I'm learning and all, but it's a lot of fun.
No, I'm talking about the ladies who do the quilts and the
Oh,
Pioneer.
at the Pioneer. Well, this is done by machine. They do it by hand, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. My grandma did it by hand too.
Mr. President, she used a key word in her comments there. She said, quilts smart. We have a problem.
Thank you, Mary Jo. You've all seen Sam's photos, and we know how great they are, but we have another photographer in the crowd, and I think we have a PowerPoint for that. So, Martin, you want to explain?
Hey, Martin. Hey.
With the exception of 2 of these slides. Can somebody cut the lights?
Yep, can do that.
These slides are all taken in Lafayette.
Uh-huh. Oh, competition for Sam.
Let's go back to the other one.
Okay.
Want to go back?
Yeah. This is in the celery bog, right close to the nature center, just as you go around the corner. These are on my front step.
Wow.
This is the celery bog, early morning.
Wow.
This is Happy Hollow, the south end of the big field. This is Happy Hollow in the north end, just off Indian Trail Drive. This is out there by Harrison High School. This is the Hort Park. This is the this is out in my backyard. That's on Cherry Lane, just there by the parking lot, the stadium parking lot. This happens to be in Vincennes. I had the privilege of teaching in Vincennes, and one night I just stopped. And this is Turkey Run.
Been there.
This is Hort Park. No different season.
Was that a bird?
This is Hort Park. No, it's the red leaves. Haven't fallen yet. And this is on our street next door. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Martin. I found out about Martin's ability when I went to Miracle Fitness because he had some photos hanging on the wall. So I thought, oh my. Now, surprise. Sam has promised to love me forever, no matter what I do. So, Sam made a comment one time, and I went, oh, how is that done? But I got no details. So, just a second. Okay. Hold that a second, please. Do you use this I saw? Or do you use this I saw? There were like 30 at one, but I didn't know what size you needed. Okay, so Sam told me he plays the saw.
Okay,
But he uses a bow. Well, I don't have a bow because my family played trumpet and saxophone and guitar. But he also said, if you don't have a bow, you can tap it. But then he didn't tell me what he tapped it with. So I didn't know. Do you use a fork?
No. No, it's a wooden hammer.
Do you use a hammer?
No, not that
Can you use a wooden
No, not-
spoon?
kind. No, not.
That's all my instruments.
Oh,
Okay.
really? That was when I was 18 years old. I don't know what that song is.
They both the same, these? Boy, he's got everything, doesn't he?
And we had a dog, and the dog, whenever it started playing, he would run around and around and around the house, just howling and howling.
Anybody need to buy a saw? Thanks, Sam. Okay. Now, I think I will ask Gary and his harmonizers next.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna try to sing. No. Make sure they don't
And
get
I
too
don't
far
know
off.
who's coming, but everyone
All
who
the
agreed to
all
sing,
people who agreed
and
to sing.
And this is unrehearsed. You believe that, don't you? And spontaneous. You believe that? And she wanted us to sing something that is memorable to this club, and I decided that we'd sing Bill Grogan's Goat without the echo. And that because one of the verses was written by Bill Buffington, and one of the verses was written by Dale Boo. After we started singing Bill Grogan's Goat, and so I brought you the words, and we're singing down that column, and this last song over here. See how organized we are? Now, we didn't ask who was tenor and baritone and bass and all of that stuff. And that's good. And so, Jared.
Wait till the piano comes.
We don't need all those notes in between because we're just going to sing it without the echo. Remember? Okay. Bill Grogan's goat was feeling fine. Ate 3 red shirts from off the line. Bill took a stick, gave him a whack, and tied him to the railroad track.
Come on, stay together.
The whistle blew, the train drew nigh. Bill Grogan's goat was doomed to die. He gave 3 groans of awful pain, coughed up the shirts, and flagged the train. Now, Bill Buffington's verse. Now Bill turned kind and changed his mind. He let his goat right off the line. But that old goat rushed up behind and butted Bill to our line. Bill took him home, fed him some rice. They brushed his hair and treated him nice. This is Dale Boo's. Now Bill Grogan's goat is feeling fine. He ne'er again went near the line. And finally, of Billy's goat, thus ends the tale, with a shirt that train did hail. And so it was, he came to fame, Bill Grogan's goat, won great acclaim.
You were needing a little help there. Yeah.
Bill Buffington deserves that.
And Dale Boo was the one that wrote the others. They were so inspired by our singing in Kiwanis of an old song like Bill Grogan's Goat, why they wrote verses. And then I've had people since write 15 verses to Bill Grogan's Goat. But as I was reminded by a member who has gone to Branson today, let's not do that again.
Camilla called and asked me to join in on this.
Yes.
I said, I hate that song. He said, that's all right, you can do it anyway. And how come there are no women in that group?
Well, hold on.
And Camilla called me yesterday,
Yeah.
and she asked me, do you sing harmony?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, as a matter of fact, I don't know how to, that's all I ever do is sing harmony. I don't know how to sing the regular tone. So I got drafted against it.
Okay, never to be outdone, I tried to put together a large female choir. So Gail and Jan,
Good.
it's your turn.
Yeah, we actually didn't practice and we didn't know the song and Anita was gonna, and Laura and who else am I supposed to?
Any
Teresa
women who
left.
are interested.
Yeah, come on. Three.
All right.
We don't know. Okay, I can't sing either.
Where George I don't know. It's called Surprise, so just stand up there with them.
Oh, yeah, all right. I hope you know the song. I don't know the song.
Want me to get them over here?
Teresa, come up.
What are you singing?
It's Tell Me Why, and I'm not sure I know it.
Tell me why.
I don't know.
This is an old love song.
It might turn out to be Harmony then. I thought Jairus was here.
Jairus, where'd he go?
Yeah, he said he was leaving early. Oh, okay. I guess. Okay, ready? Tell me why the stars do shine. Tell me why the ivy twines. Tell me why the ocean's blue. And I will tell you that's why I love you.
Beautiful.
Now it's my special pleasure to introduce you to the high notes all the way from downtown Tippecanoe County, accompanied by Anita, and we have Janet and Camilla. Big time, guys.
You gotta turn it on, I shut it off. Turn it on.
You know how to turn it on?
I know how to turn it on.
Is it turned on?
It's not turned on.
Okay.
That's
all right.
okay.
Okay, you ready? Okay. You're ready. Okay.
What are we singing?
Yeah. Okay.
I warned you that I lost my voice.
Now, Janet is a nurse, and she can tell you why you could not hear that.
Why is that? Why is that, Janet?
Well, sometimes people have a decrease in their hearing. And Camilla and I's voices are really, really high. So we superseded your ability to hear that.
There's gotta be something in the bylaws,
No, I checked. There's not.
but there will be.
Okay.
There will be, yeah.
Now, we do have some instrumentalists here. You've heard Jairus and you've heard Anita before. Thank you, Anita, for playing so beautifully with us. She also can play high notes. Now, so we would like to bring on a true musician.
Yeah.
I asked if he would play something like Turkey and Straw, but I don't know what I'm going to get, so this is my own surprise. And Marion and his instrument.
You know when they...
75 years ago, when I was in grade school, I had a teacher in the
I guess, 6th and 7th grade, who was my music teacher, and she organized a harmonica band. And that has stuck with me ever since. I've played the harmonica in that band for 2 years, and my music training dates back 75 years. And it has deteriorated somewhat since that time. But I've had it, while I was at Purdue, I had opportunities numerous times to be in Europe, and every time I would land at the Frankfurt airport, I'd go to the music store and buy another Hohner harmonica. Hohner makes the best harmonicas in the world. I have about a dozen from this long to this long harmonicas. While I was thinking about what I would play, I happened to pull out this songbook, the Kiwanis songbook, of when I was president in 82 and 83.
Yeah.
And in 83, the first international convention of Kiwanis was held outside of North America. And it was held in Vienna, Austria. And my wife and I and John, a couple of other Kiwanins and their wives, went to that. And as a result of that trip to Austria, when I was still president, or maybe just soon afterwards, we first started putting additional songs in the back. And the first 3, I found this in my file, and I opened it up, and the first 3 songs that were pasted in were from The Sound of Music. And we had just been to the international convention in Vienna, and it was a fantastic experience. The Viennese know how to entertain global guests. And I've just chosen 1 or 2 of these that were of the first ones, and they're all from The Sound of Music. Now the Saint of Life.
Marion, how you know when to huff and when to puff?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Peacock.
Go for it.
Well, we're down to the bottom.
Oh, no, no, no. We have lots to go.
I need to show you how my instrument works. It's a little unique.
Do you need a saw?
No,
Jim, you got a phone call. You got a phone call.
Blues Hall?
Let me ask you a question.
They were going to call me.
Blues Hall. Blues Hall.
I'm in concert right now. Tell them I'll call back later. Now this is the bicycle tire pump. This is for the 10-speed bicycles. It's rusting out a little bit, but I can still get it. Oh, let's see. It's not working. This part goes over here.
Take care of all of that, Cass.
Oh, shoot, my bad.
You never did know which end is up.
There, it'll work better. Now, this is for people that are ambidextrous, however you say that word. It's rusted out a little bit. You can see that right there. I took a file and the file, it's like a flute. You push and pull. And I need to show this. This is very important. Oops, right-handed. Now this plunger, it's like all tire pumps. It works good. You got to grease it just a little bit to get it in there. But you play a high note up here. This is where you push your lip. So, uh-oh.
I can't get it back in.
Get some grease. I get a lot of grease on my lip doing this. I feel sorry for you women to have to wear lipstick. There.
Good thing extension has gone a long way.
This is extracurricular. How come that won't go in, Jerris? Okay, that's the plunger. We've got to get that in. I've got the thing you put on your tire on the right end, I think. They got to wait for Clues Hall. I've got 3 songs I've practiced. Let's give people a reward, and this is called Name That Tune. So shout out the tune if you recognize it, and they're highly recognizable, and throw them at the candy bar. Okay. Let's see. It takes me a while to get to the knack of this. Just a minute, I'll get there. I'll get there.
You get it.
Old MacDonald.
There we go. Give that girl I got another one.
Oh, what's that?
Now let's don't get rowdy. Here's the second tune. Shout it out when you hear it. No, that's been done already. Another one. ABC song. Okay, you get a roll a piece of candy. Now, here's
Tell he pitches for the Cubs.
quiet down. Okay, here's the third one. Shout it out when you hear it. Wait, forget this. Three bags are full. Bye-bye, black sheep. Let's see. Oh.
Try it again.
Judge ordered a retrial.
There's no.
Hey, she knows how to do it.
We'll recycle.
You have trouble with the audiences sometimes. Now, I upgraded, and I was worried that, I'm better on this one. It's a new, improved version. How many songs have I done?
3.
I'll have to do the first one over again. I get a little off, don't I? See, it was worth the money, wasn't it?
Since it was free.
It's just a piece of old baling wire. Let's see, do I have anything else? No,
Baling wire?
That's all.
That's it.
Ooh.
What's baling wire?
You can clap me back, but I'm pretty busy.
Okay, pass the candy down so that you can recoup from what you've seen so far and can finish up with a great big bang. Now, Ray, I want to let you go in just a minute. You want to tell us about your instrument and then play a short song?
Yeah.
I'll put you in somewhere on the schedule.
Now.
You have about 2 minutes.
Back when I was a boy, if you made $30 a week, $40, that's good money.
Yeah.
So I found this instrument was
How many
dream of my
cats
life.
gave up their lives?
Okay. Dream of my life was to own a Martin guitar. That's the superb guitar that the stars play and sing. They call it D. It means dreadnought. D18, D28, D35, D45. They all have a different kind of back. This back is made out of Brazilian mahogany. The 18 is made out of just mahogany. This one cannot be obtained anymore. Somehow we can't get it. And so when I sent this guitar off to get it fixed, the same one I had used to audition at Sun Records, and I didn't make it, by the way, as well as Elvis did. But I did get Loretta, and he didn't get her, and I'm happy about that. But I noticed they charged me more to send it back than I had paid to send it up. I said, how come you charging me more? Said, we cannot get that instrument back anymore. You know, it's very, very hard. And therefore, if we had to rebuild your guitar, it would cost $10,000. I paid $270 for it. If you bought it today, it'd be about $3,100. This is a D28, by the way. So let me stick with an old Elvis song. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me long, keep me in your heart. For my darling, I belong, and will never part. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. Oh, my darling, I love you, and I always will. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you there. Thank you, Elvis. Thank you very much. I have my instruments that I play, tissue and comb, my kazoo, and my little Mountain Melody thumb piano. And I practiced and practiced and practiced and tried to play on top of Old Smoky, and I never could memorize, was it 1, 2, 3 or 5, 6, 7 or 8, 2. So you're spared. But here's my thumb piano. Now, I'm dedicating the last portion of this program to Bill Buffington. I was at Read to Succeed this week, and this little kid had a book of jokes. And this is one of the jokes that's in the book. Do you know why the chicken crosses the road?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Well, why does the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. Why does the gum cross the road? Stuck to the chicken's foot. So, exactly. Absolutely. Give that woman another piece of candy. So, in honor of Bill Buffington. I called Bill and asked him to come today, but he said they just couldn't make it. So we have some other people that have, in his honor, some little anecdotes or jokes. And John Lindenlaub has a little story for us.
Well, I want to thank Martin for setting the scene with those beautifully pictures, particularly of the red and orange trees.
Yeah.
Picture yourself. Do I need this? All right. Hit it. Well, oh. You hit it, okay. Hit it again. All right. All right.
Just sound off.
This is a story I heard from Bennett Cerf when I met him in the airport one time. Two silver-headed ladies kind of wobbled down the main street of a New England town in the fall when the trees were all turning marvelous colors. They were driving in their moth-eaten coupe. They made an illegal turn and then compounded the felony by ignoring the outraged traffic cop who was trying to wave them down. He finally caught up with them at the old waffle shop. And he said, "Didn't you hear my whistle?" And the perky little lady at the wheel looked at him coyly and admitted, "Yes, I did, officer, but I never flirt when I'm driving."
Okay. Jim, you have a joke? John?
Donna, ready to go.
Young lady found her seat on the airplane, turned her head to the window, hoping to get some sleep. The young lawyer next to her tried to engage her in conversation, but no luck. Finally, he asked her to play a game in which he would ask her a question, and if she could not answer, she would give him $5. Then she could ask him a question, and if he couldn't answer, he'd give her $5. Still no luck, so he upped the stakes. If she couldn't answer, she would give him $5, and if he couldn't answer, he'd give her $500. She agreed, let him go first. He asked the question, she promptly opened her purse and gave him $5. After a small wait, she asked her question. What goes up the mountain with 3 legs and comes down with 4? He thought for a while but couldn't answer and had to give her $500. She smiled and turned back to the window. Well, he asked, what's the answer? She turned to him, opened her purse, and gave him $5.
Just a couple of things. My wife and I just got back from a trip, and so I thought she was talking about our trip and things, but she turns to me and she says, "Do you know how to see the world? Yeah, do you know how to see the world go by?" And I thought, boy, again, she's talking about my driving or something, but she says, "You drive the speed limit."
That's it?
Jairus, I got another question for you.
Please, no more.
Jairus,
Yes, sir.
do you know why you do not goose a ghost?
I'm damn afraid of it.
No.
No,
Here's our wisdom, lady of wisdom. Do you know the answer? Are you going to give it away?
Do you want me to, or you want me to be quiet?
Can you say it loud?
Yeah, I'm a teacher. I have a big mouth.
Use it.
Yeah, because you might get a handful of sheet.
Oh, Ted
I hope we're getting close to the end.
Yes, we are.
This one should do it.
Yeah.
On the plane coming back from Washington Monday, John will remember the crew on that plane got people dancing in the aisles and telling stories and jokes and whatnot. And I got called out and I told this little story because the airplane was full of veterans who would appreciate it. And there was a man that spent his whole career in the Air Force, 28 years. And when he retired with honors, he came home and he got this job with a business. And he was a very good worker. He did his job very well and everything else. But the problem with him is he always showed up late in the morning for work. And he made up for it during the day, but every day, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes late for work. Every day he showed up late for work in the morning. And the boss called him in one day after a couple of weeks of that, and he says, the rest of the, you do great work and everything, and we're very happy with the job, but the rest of the employees here are a little bit concerned about the fact that you never show up for work on time. And he says, what did people say to you when you showed up late for work on your last job? And he said, they would say, "Good morning, General."
And not to be outdone, Audrey, our last joke.
Last joke. I better stick with church jokes just to make sure they're clean. But
Yeah.
one Sunday there was a pastor who had an unexpected maintenance project for the church. So in the church service before the offering, he kind of made an appeal to the congregation. He said, we really need a little bit of extra money, and so if you consider giving a little extra in the offering plate, it'd be greatly appreciated. And whoever gives the most, you can pick out 3 hymns. Well, the offering plate was passed around. As the plates were coming forward, he noticed there was a $1,000 bill in the plate. He was so excited that right away he said, "Wow, there's someone who's put a $1,000 bill in here. I'd like to personally thank him. So thank you." So who was it? Well, there's a kind of a very prim, quiet, elderly woman in the back, and she kind of shyly raised her hand, and he said, "Oh, please come forward. We want to recognize you." So she slowly made her way up to the front, and he said, "It's just so wonderful that you've done this." And so, kind of in recognition, go ahead and pick out your 3 hymns. And her eyes got really bright. She looked out at the congregation and pointed to the 3 handsomest men and said, "I want him and him."
I like it. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for all that you've done this past 2 months. I hope you had a good time today. This was just to show talents of the Kiwanians and how much fun we have. Dale?
Thank you, Camilla.
Oh.